Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. It's the Sports Minute. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. And please subscribe to our page, 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. And I want to give special thanks and honor to the best producer in the world, my man, the very talented Jeremiah Long. Now, today's video, SMU football history. It's SMU all the way back. They won the ACC last year going 8-0. And that was after they didn't even have a conference. But when you look at the SMU Mustangs, I got to say that they've came a long way. Remember, this is a school that got the death penalty back in the late 80s. And to be honest, I never thought they would rebound. I thought they would have a chance because of all the money. But where they at now, made the college football playoffs last year in the 12-team playoff and win the ACC with an 8-0 record in conference play. Rhett Lashlee has got to be the man. And let me say this. I hope at the school I attended, the University of Arkansas, I hope Sam Pittman has a decent year where he stays on as the head coach in Fayetteville. If not, Rhett Lashlee is going to be the next head football coach at SMU. I didn't want to give Arkansas a plug, but I had to tell it like it is. But let's get back to the SMU football history. Tell you a story. 1978, I got accepted to the University of Arkansas as a student. Went up there as a true freshman in 1978. Never knew nothing about the Southwest Conference football in the state of Texas. The conference had all the schools were from the state of Texas, except for one, Arkansas, that I was attending. And the one thing I fell in love my freshman year with the SMU Mustangs. They had a good-looking coach in Rod Meyer. He had that swagger. He was a guy that, hey, he brought excitement to the program. And it was throwing the football at the time. They had one of the best outstanding high school football quarterbacks in the state of Texas, Mike Ford. And they had a receiver out of Little Rock Central by the name of Manuel Tolbert. And SMU was slinging that rock around the campus in 1978. But in 1979, coming back in my sophomore year as a student, there was so much hoopla around SMU. They signed two of the top running backs, not only in the state of Texas, but in the country. One of them was Erie Dickerson, maybe the most talented, highly recruited running back in the history of high school football. Oklahoma wanted him, SC wanted him, and he shocked the world when he went to SMU. And then they got maybe the second best running back in the country by the name of Craig James out of Houston, Stratford High School. Excuse me. And I said to myself, they're going to be throwing the football and they're going to have these two studs in the backfield. They went 8-4 my sophomore year, SMU did. They went to Yes, my freshman year they went 4-7, I believe, if I get the stats right. And they struggled a little bit trying to find what offense they was going to run. Either they was going to throw the football or they was going to run the football. Then in their sophomore year, my junior year, and Craig James and Erie Dickerson sophomore year, Rod Meyer made a huge change at quarterback. He decided to stop throwing the football, and he went to the veer option. And they had a quarterback by the name of Lance McElhaney. And that's when the Pony Express was born. And Erie Dickerson and Craig James was running that football like it was no tomorrow. It was steroids on AstroTurf. Then in 1981, my last year at the University of Arkansas, as I graduated that year in May of 1982. In 81, SMU won the Southwest Conference Championship and they beat Arkansas in November. I believe 32-18. And I remember watching the Pony Express and Lance McElhaney. I say this to the day. I know it's been a lot of great quarterbacks at the University of Oklahoma that's ran the wishbone. But Lance McElhaney is the best I've seen running that veer option and pitching it to Erie Dickerson and Craig James. Then you look at SMU, they was at the height of no tomorrow. Ron Meyer left the program. The next year, he went to become the head coach in the NFL with the New England Patriots. Then came Bobby Collins from Southern Miss, who had some players like Lewis Lips, Reggie Collier, Sammy Winder, and he ended up taking over the Pony Express. But I don't have to tell the story. We know what SMU allegedly done, the penalties, the recruiting violations, so the program got the death penalty. But to see where they are today, that's a successful story. And see all that money, that oil money, to bring that program back, SMU is dangerous now. Very dangerous. And what if I'm SMU, what I need to do right now, I need to look at how can I keep Rhett Lashlee as the head coach. And all you got to do is open the checkbook. Because SMU football is back. It's all the way back. Last year, as I mentioned, in 2024, they went 11-3. They went 8-0 in the ACC in their first year. First year. But this is what I was impressed about them. In the ACC championship game, even though they lost to Clemson, they were down 24-7. They came all the way back. That's when I knew the Pony Express 2 was born. That's when I knew they was going to be for real, not that night, for the rest of the history in SMU football and college football. Then they went up to Penn State. Game got away from, but remember this, they was moving the ball up and down the field against Penn State. And their quarterback, Kevin Jennings, had, I believe, a pick 6 in that game, and he had 2 other interceptions. It wasn't like Penn State dominated them now. But coming into 2025, it's SMU football all the way back. You better believe it. Remember that show that came out of Dallas that was very popular in the day, Dallas, with Larry Hackman, J.R. Ewing? You better believe that the Mustangs are going to be riding this year. And you better take notice. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Remember this name. It's a lot of great quarterbacks in the country this year. But nobody's talking about Kevin Jennings. 23 touchdowns last year, 11 interceptions, over 3,200 yards. They got a hell of a receiving group. Jordan Hudson, 39 receptions, 422 yards, 5 touchdowns last year. But they got a tight end, one of the best in the country. When it's all said and done, he might be the best tight end going into the 2026 NFL draft. His daddy was the first pick overall in the 91 NFL draft out of the University of Miami. His granddaddy was an outstanding pitcher with Southern University back in the late 50s. Lou Brock was his roommate. The gentleman is R.J. Maryland. Can you feel the adrenaline that's going through my body? And then they got Chris Johnson, who couldn't find his way up there in Miami. He transferred in to SMU. And I heard he's electric. Then I'm going to tell you about the defense. Last year, that was the only thing that kind of held SMU back. Well, you know what they did? They spent their money in the transfer portal. They went out. They got one of the best tackles in the country. D ends, remember his name, Trey Wilson out of Baylor. Then they got another great D tackle in the portal. Spent that money, William Spencer, Louisville. Then they got 2 of the better defensive players in the country. Alex Kilgore. Remember that name, Pony Express on defense, linebacker. And Amar Moses, one of the best safeties in the country. And you want to ask me, is SMU all the way back? The answer is hell yeah. They're going to be flying high down in Highland Park. Money all over the place. My man, Rhett Lashlee, take notice. My final words about the SMU Mustangs. Pony Express 2. Warriors, come out to play. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. Please subscribe to our page, 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. And thank you to my most talented producer in all of the world, Mr. Jeremiah Long. One more time. Warriors, come out to play!